Welcome to SLS Impact Room, where every conversation creates impacts. Today we are asking, does religion unite Nigerians more than politics divides us? Let's get into it. When something bad happens in a community, do Nigerians come together more because of their religion or because of their political party? What does that show about what really connects us?
My name is Engineer Colin Sukun. I am a staff of photo. Uh, I'm the current 100 level course advisor for the Department of Agricultural and Biosystems in Dubai. Um, well, this question is a good one, and the answer is quite simple. Um, for Nigerians, for Nigerians, we we more or less rally around religion when something bad happens, when there's a negative impact in society, when something bad happens, we rally around our religion. We that's when we remember that we're Christians or we are Muslims, and then we turn to our God. So your question in this case is that we do not run to our towards our political affiliations. We run towards religion.
Okay, interesting. So if religion brings Nigerians together, if religion brings Nigerians together, why do religious differences still cause problems during elections and in politics?
Well, the question of religion is a case of simply a marriage of convenience.
Okay.
That's what it is, a marriage of convenience. We're only religious, we're only united in religion when it is convenient for us. There is a deeper underlying issue, which is tribalism and nepotism.
Okay.
That plays a very, very big role when it comes to the Nigerian political and religious ecosystem. First and foremost, we are a very, very diverse nation. Our diversity, we are so diverse that we have thousands of dialects and hundreds of languages in Nigeria, thousands of local governments and all that. So the issue stems from there. It's not necessarily from in, you don't look at it, you don't use an overview to look at it when it comes to religion. You have to go down to the grassroots and look at where the problem is starting from. We have we have ethno-religious differences where certain ethnic groups are known to be predominantly certain religions. And that in itself creates a divide, even in the churches and the mosques. There is a difference because ethnicity plays a role. That's why you see certain worship centers and they will tell you it is for this particular uh, ethnic group. They are predominant in this particular worship center. It doesn't matter the person if it's a Christian worship center or a Muslim worship center or even a traditional religion worship center. So the issue, what shows the front lines when it comes to the politics, is the ethno-religious differences that we have. That comes into play. At that point, you start seeing a divide. First, it doesn't just come with political affiliation, it comes with ethnicity. Um, Whoever you feel you want to be a leader or whoever you want to support is usually somebody from an ethnic group that is closer to yours. So when that happens, the question of religion is thrown out the window. Of course, you still worship together, but at that point, the the fault line shows.
Okay.
So, as I said, religion is a marriage of convenience when it comes to Nigeria.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, so do politicians use religion to win people's support, and does that reduce how much religion can truly unite people?
Absolutely, it is a very, very effective tool for garnering support. It's very, very easy to use. Despite cheap,
Okay.
there you basically just have to get the religious leader on board, and every other person follows blind.
To just support not minding if the person is good or
Doesn't
not.
matter because here we have been programmed to believe that our religious leaders can't be wrong.
Our religious leaders cannot be wrong.
Can't be wrong.
Okay, because we see them as demigods.
Yes, see them as demigods. I call them gods of men.
Okay.
Not men of God, but gods of men.
Gods of men.
So when you look at them that way, you feel this person is to wisdom must have seen something good about this particular politician.
You want the person.
Yes, you need that. So it is easy to use religion, and it is also a tool for divide and conquer. You can actually clear your game through the religious lines, and this person is from this particular religion, do not support this person, regardless of how qualified or how put the individual is. As long as it's not from the religion, it's easy. And in that way, you are able to create a divide in the society. So instead of us to be looking at, hey, let's look at the person that is going to move the society forward. We're looking at who worships the same God I worship. It doesn't necessarily matter if the person is good or bad. As long as he bears any semblance or he says and professes his religious affiliation and it matches yours, well, you are all for it. Unfortunately.
Unfortunate. Okay, so in daily life, like in markets, schools, and neighborhoods, do Nigerians see each other first as people of the same religion or as people from different political sides?
Oh, well, in this case, as I said, marriage of convenience, in daily life, we see ourselves first of people of the same or different religions before we start looking at the political differences that we have. Most times, after the whole political atmosphere has settled down, we forget about politics for a few years.
Okay.
We practically forget about it until it's election time again, and we all come back and become enemies again, and start. But as soon as all is done, the rain falls on everybody. It doesn't choose who it falls on. The sun shines on everybody. It doesn't choose who.
Obviously.
At that point, we turn back to our God. That's when we go back to religion and start praying. Oh God, make it better. At that point, so we don't necessarily. Oh no, this person is from this place, so he shouldn't come into this place of worship. Nah, it doesn't work that way. Everybody comes together because at this point we want God to help us.
Okay.
Yes. So go back to our religion. We see ourselves first in, oh, you are from this place and you're from this place. Okay, initially I made a mistake, but let's all pray to our God.
Exactly.
If our God is going to change the situation or change the person I voted for.
But they're always careful about the whole tickets when you're getting like Muslim tickets.
Yes, because of the diversity in the country. Because in terms of religion, there's a we are diverse people. We have a very, very thriving African religious group. Different, and in the African religion, we have a lot of different African religions. Then in the Islamic sects, there are 2 or 3 sects there too.
Okay.
And then in the Christian group too, there are also a few doctrines and different movements.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, that also.
That's just it. So what do you think about today's politics in Nigeria as regards to how they have been able to use religion to...
Well, I give kudos to the politician because they are master strategists at using the rule of divide and conquer. They have used ethnicity and religion, which is religious issues,
Okay.
divide the country. Today we are much more divisive than we have ever been. We have much more divisive, and they have used these two things to devastating effects. It has been very efficient in destroying the political ecosystem and destabilizing a lot of things in the government and even in Nigeria in general.
And the people are not aware.
Of course, people are aware, but one does not learn to be left-handed in old age.
Yeah.
One does not you don't learn to be left-handed in old age. So it's usually harder for people to live what they already know. Even when the truth is obviously in front of them. They don't want to ask questions. They are scared. They don't want disapproval. They don't want what do you call it? They don't want people to look at them the wrong way. People are scared to speak up. Yeah, so that is.
So being scared to speak up, doesn't it affect their own livelihood, like how they live and all that? Because things are hard, and they also have to voice out their problems.
Of course it does.
1 or 2 ways.
Of course it does.
Being quiet is not going to solve any problem.
Of course it does. But there's a very, very funny phrase we use here in Nigeria. I don't know about Africa, but I know we use it here in Nigeria a lot. God will provide.
Okay, that's where the religion plays.
Yes, that is where it's written, God will provide, and it is well. We use that a lot. Even though we know the right thing to do, we don't do it because, well, and there's a question of ethnic diversity and the question of religious diversity. So yes, when it comes to politics, we drop those ones aside, play our politics, and okay, when it doesn't go so well, we come back and say, oh God, please help.
Help us just.
And again, for certain people, it doesn't necessarily matter the political atmosphere.
That not,
Their own is to line their pockets. So as long as they are lining their pockets,
they don't care.
yes,
What is.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So, anyway, what advice do you have for people out there? Those who are into politics and those who are not into, those who are more like spectators.
Well, first things first.
Yes.
When it comes to the well-being of a country, religion should be kept aside. Good. Ethnicity should be kept aside. Good. If you look at every single country that has been successful and that is doing very well, they have kept religion aside and they have kept ethnicity aside. These two things destroy a country more than any other thing. Because of the differences in religion, because of the differences and the diversity in cultures and traditions, these play a major. Keeping them aside helps you to further your goal of a much better society. We have a country in Africa here that had a problem earlier in 1994. I think 1994, Rwanda, that they had a majority ethnic group and a minority, and the minority was ruling the majority, and then finally there was a genocide and other things. Right now in Rwanda, you cannot ask anybody. It has been outlawed. You cannot ask anybody, what ethnic group are you from? It is a crime
To ask that
Yes.
question.
You don't ask. And if you go to Rwanda today, you will want to live there. It's a beautiful country that runs efficiently because at this point, they have removed the idea of religion. If you want to worship God, worship your God, but do not bring it into the economic or political space. Do not bring it into the socio-economic space or the political space or anything that has to do with governance. Don't bring religion, do not bring ethnicity. Worship your God, focus on your religion. When you come to this place, or we're talking about development and sustainability, sustainable development, do not bring anything that has to do with your religion, your God, your ethnicity, your tribe, and all those sentiments. They keep them at home.
Good. That's a good one. Hopefully Nigeria will learn.
Hopefully. Of course, it
Yeah.
takes a while because of how diverse we are as a community.
Exactly. So, thank you so much for
You are
your
welcome.
answers. Thank you for coming.
It is a pleasure. Thank you.
Stay impactful as always.